Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Sandy, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and thank you for tuning in. Just make sure this is all working. So let's make sure. This is my first setup at the new house, so bear with me while I see if I've got everything. Okay, so the one thing I want to know is, can you hear me okay? So just let me know. Give me a thumbs up or something so I know that all is good. In the meantime, guess what set we're using tonight? I know that's not a real big surprise, is it? Not really. Not really. Okay, so can you hear me? Thumbs up or a comment saying, yes, I can hear you, just to make sure. It's funny how quickly I forget how to do things. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for tuning in. And I mean that sincerely because I've been absent for the last couple weeks with my move. It was quite the move. It was 2 households moving. So it was a lot. All right. Oh, good. You can hear me. Thank you so much. The new house, we're still settling in. I don't have my craft room set up because I'm not thrilled. I have a lot of space, but I'm not thrilled with the desk and things that were already here, and then nothing really goes together and all that. Anyway, I am really happy to be back. So happy that I can get working on things. So, and get crafting. Oh my goodness, it was driving me crazy. So, I'm just going to show you the hand-penned suite, which is the hand-penned petals stamp set. Anything that looks artsy like this, I can't remember if it's distinctive, but it certainly looks distinctive. I love stuff like that. And then the opportunity to color, well, hello. Hello. And I'm going to show you the dies and the paper. Oh my goodness. So, we do have a bunch of people here. Rosemary, I hope I probably missed some people because it only keeps like this many messages. So Rosemary and Sandy and Marcy. And another Sandy, hello. All right, so here's the dies that go with this. These are really awesome. This, I will show you, I used this on a card. I'm not making this card tonight, but, there we go. But I will show you on a card that I have made. This is really cool because it not only makes a scallop, but it also makes the stitch line. Love the stitching. So I've taken a couple of these off already, so they're gonna come off much nicer. Oh, maybe I haven't. Oh no, because I didn't die cut this. I decided to do it a different way. So is this one? Uh-oh. Wake up, Sandy. There, nope, nope, there. That's not right either. Wrong one. There we go. Oh, and a dog hair. I now live with 2 dogs too, so there we go. Anyway, I'm actually going to use this stamp, but I'm just stamping it directly on. I'm not going to be die cutting. The dies are awesome. I'm trying to keep them all in the same spot. Good luck with that. Oh, just leave it there. There. Those were the dies. I know I didn't really show you everything, but hey, you know. Oh, sometimes I haven't got it on the magnetic backing that I like. Anyway, love the stamps. Love the 2-step stamping. I just think 2-step here as well. And this one goes here. I think this one also goes here. This little one goes here. They're not meant to completely line up, and I love that about it. What I also love is that it's photopolymer, meaning it's see-through. Oh, I have to show you something new. How cool is this? So you can see I've got a bunch of stamps out. It arrives with the plastic on both sides, or I guess it's plastic of sort. And then all you do is you take it off of there and you put them on here, so you always know I've got all my stamps. That's brilliant. I love it. Take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it back on. So I know I have these stamps out for tonight's video. Yes. Oh, these are cute. Now I'm actually, I did use them on the card that we're not making, but I will show you. So these are the Genial Gems. They're so pretty, the colors. This looks like the, oh, I can't believe I just lost the name. Papaya, pale papaya. Which would mean that one would be the soft succulent. Which would make sense because it goes with the card, with the paper rather. So we'll get a really good look at this. So beautiful. And again, it's meant to not line up. So I love anything like that. It gives you that sense of it's okay to be off a little bit because it's meant to do that. So those colors are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. How pretty is that? Looks like watercolors almost. Another thing I love about it. This one, Hello Beautiful. I love Highland Heather and Daffodil Delight together. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This one, whee! Again, picturing it on a card, whether I do a strip or a piece, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but this is a paper that I know we're going to be seeing more of. Now this is different. I love the darker green in it. I should be naming the greens, but I didn't bring the backing paper that goes with this that has all that info. That's pretty. I did not just show you that one. Let's look at the back, because I love this too. I hope everyone's been well. Yes, my move was massive. It was massive. It was 12 hours for the movers, let's put it that way. All right, again, stripes, and it's got that white, that watercolor look. Love. And this one, same thing. So if you think there's something wrong with my paper, there is not. There's nothing wrong with your paper at all. Love this one. I was so tempted. This is the side we're using. I was so tempted to switch it to this for tonight's video, but nope. And then the pink, so pretty. Also beautiful. Love this. Very fresh looking. Do any of the, I don't know. Sandy's asking, do any of the dies match up with the paper patterns? Excellent question. I don't know which way this goes. I guess it depends on which way you want it to go. Well, let's just take a look. Somehow I think not. I haven't heard it in conversation, and they don't look the same. Dies over here. Let's take another look. A quick look. And I can always get that answer from my stamping friends. See, I almost feel like, just put it anywhere. So let's see what we have. I don't think that one does. This goes with the stamped. Maybe these little guys on that first one that we looked at. Oh no, it was this one, I think. Oh, I think they're the same actually. Which piece of paper was that? Was it this one? I wonder if you can almost get away with it. I really think I'd have to ask. So I think that I will have to ask the question and get back to you. And hello, Elsie from St. Catharines. I live close to you now that I've moved. Everybody back in the boat. I'm making sure I don't misplace any of my dies because I have a terrible habit of doing that. Terrible. Okay. Here's a card that I made. We're going to recreate this, but we're going to change the colors of the flowers at this point. So I've got everything cut, but what we're going to do is start stamping first. And because they're photopolymer, you want to put something underneath. When I was playing with this, I had it right on the desk, and I'm like, this isn't working. What am I doing? And it turns out I was doing it wrong. Yes. Alrighty. So, and you know I like to test it first. Now you see how it's light and dark? It's supposed to look like that, which is awesome. Because when you see it die cut, it looks so cool. So that's full strength. I probably could have made that a little darker, but I like the light as well. I hope my light isn't making that look too washed out. Now I think I must have re-inked. That's really, really wet. So I'm going to set that aside. Now getting the dies out again to show you. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I'm glad you like the card. This paper is just, I thought I could just put a sentiment on it, but then I thought, no, I got to put some flowers on too. All right, so this is the die that goes with this. And let's see if any of these are mostly dry. You see when I lay this down, it doesn't line up completely. That's okay, because the results are really cool. So, okay, I'm going to put that there. I'm not going to forget it. And set the die somewhere safe. So, I went ahead and die cut these. So you can see what I mean, how they're you get the little bit of the white area there. And I decided that whatever stayed in the, like I didn't poke these out of the holes. Like this one and this one are completely clear of any of the little pokey bits, but this one still has some and I want to leave those. But these are so cool. And I don't know if you can see, it could just be like on this one. Let's see if I've got that lined up. Whoop. I'm trying to see right exactly where I'd like to look. I can't see. You can almost see the lines in the stamp, which makes it look really cool. I'm not sure you can see that. That's the downfall, unfortunately, of video when we're not live and in person. I'm going to do the sentiment, and like on the first one, I'm doing congratulations. So, oh, I should tell you that's, I always have to go back, don't I? I have to remind myself. So that color was Daffodil Delight, and now I'm using basic gray for the congratulations. Now it's really small print. I was playing with it earlier. You don't want to put too much ink on because you'll get really, really chunky letters. So let's take a look. So to me that looks a little thick there. I would just turn it over. Since I know it's going to be die cut, I'm not too concerned. It's a little bit better. And wait till I show you. They're not Lisa Simpson. Oh, Valerie, you're so funny. The Lisa Simpson flowers, I remember that. That's hilarious. All right, so here's a really cool die. When I first saw this, I'm like, I don't want that. Seriously, like, you know, I'm totally honest. I did not like it. I didn't see the purpose of it. Yeah, then the lights came on and I discovered that I don't have to do the whole thing. I can take this piece, run this through here, through my die cutting machine, Stampin, cut and emboss. I could use this one. So it's wherever I want to put the paper, roll it through. I could use this one as well. And I think that was, you can use a bigger one, but I don't personally like that. I think this one's just a little bit tight. I believe I used this one, and I'll show you. Ta-da, ta-da. I know I can't live without this now. Now I've been using it a lot. There we go. So I used, it is this one, or this one. Nope, it's this one. Anyway, I did a bunch of the die cutting ahead of time because I thought, because I knew I was, oh, we're making 2 cards tonight, by the way, because I feel like I owe you for like last week. Yep. All right, so I think we're done most of it. I think we're done the stamping, so we'll move that aside. Let's do the measurements because you know I always give you the measurements here. I don't type them out. So this is basic white, and I've cut it 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it at 5.5. Always keep your bone folder handy. Now this one's laying really flat already, so I like that. I like when that cooperates. So here's the back side of this, and I just didn't think these flowers were look like terribly gorgeous on it. Wasn't sure, so I stuck to this side. And you notice how much different this piece is from this one, because this pattern's like up here, so it matched right about there. So, which was actually I think down here, exactly like that. So this piece, get to it, Sandy. This piece, this is the hand pen DSP, is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, and that would just get glued on there. Where's my glue? Here it is. Brand new glue too, just because. All right, so this, I think you can see that design in there, but I'm going to show you on this piece because it's easier probably to see. This is, oh, which is one? This one's called, oh, Stitch Greenery Die. The second I saw this in the catalog, I knew like this is for me. This is what the die looks like, and they're stitched lines, which makes sense, and it's just gorgeous. So what I did was, for this is entire background, that's for the next card. I just wanted a little band. I didn't want something like too much to overtake the card, especially with this really delicate pattern. So this piece is 4 1/8 wide, so it's the same width as the DSP, and it's 3/4 of an inch. Oh, that's length. depth, whatever. I'm a little confused. A little confused? Oh no. Yes, let's do some gluing. You can use whatever adhesive you want. I know I sound like a broken record. I say it every video. You can use whatever one you want. I like my wiggle time. And I also don't like to use a ton of glue. It's not necessary. It's really not necessary. Making sure that I'm putting it on the right side of the card. So the way I do it is I'm going to line up this, this, and this to make sure that all three look the same. But I'm not going to take my time because I can adjust it after it's down, as long as you work quickly. Yep, that's perfect. Yay. Isn't that pretty? Like, seriously, what do I do with the sentiment? Here it is. You could get away with that, but no, not me. I had to do more. So I'm going to glue this on. I haven't had any problem with the glue coming through the stitched lines. Phew. All right, so this one, I think I'm just going to put a little bit lower than the last one. Yep, I don't measure. I just, whatever looks pretty, right? And let's get this one going. So, oops, oh, stronger than I look, apparently. I must be stronger after all the boxes we moved. And when I say we, I mean everybody probably but me. Okay, this is going to go here just like this. Now, I'm just going to grab 3 of these. Well, we'll bring all 4 and decide. I know I want a light one just to balance a bit. And I thought I could glue these on, but yeah, I decided I would use my glue dots. Take your pick tool. Off you go. And now I want this one down pretty far. So I want the top of the card to be able to, the top of the flower rather, to be able to move. If I wanted to have it just ever so slightly up, I would be able to do that. Now with this one, I gotta be a little more careful because we don't want to see the glue dot at all. If you don't have to take your pick tool, honestly, I mean, I use my fingernails a lot for this, but it's just so much easier to do it this way. So I'm not really thinking too much about what I'm doing. I'm just adding like a splash of color onto the card, because the card itself is already pretty. I'm thinking I probably don't want to put the glue dot right over this piece, because if that comes loose, out goes the card, right? So let's put it on that side and go like that. Looks a bit like a dog's breakfast, but it isn't. It's actually very pretty. I think it is anyway. Alrighty, I don't want this entire length, and I should be able to, no, of course I put that right there, didn't I? Let's go right about here. You're not going to see the entire, I may have to lift that up. Somebody forgot what she was doing. Oh, I want to pop it up. Oh my goodness. I want to pop it up, of course. Good gracious. What was I thinking? There we go. There we go. All 3 of them. Gone, gone, gone. And I just want that tucked over under ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Ta-da. They're the same, but they're different. So this one, you can tell I used this one to die cut it. All right, we need to do a little bit on the inside though, because it's pretty plain. So when I cut the paper, because I cut this piece and this piece, I had this little bit left over. Appears to be the way it worked. Yeah, like so. So what I'm going to do is put this on the inside. High B. No worry, you can always go back. So just a little bit of glue. Now it's not going to go side to side because I didn't think of this ahead of time. But I'm just going to add this right here. I'm going to leave a little border. That kind of balances the fact that it doesn't go side to side. And then because I did 4 flowers, I probably did more like 15 flowers because I was just playing. Just playing. And then this one I'm going to have to find a spot where you really can't see it. And then just a little bit of over here, over here. I like it with the yellow on this side. kind of match that up ever so slightly. There you go. That is card number 1, my friends. Like, how easy was that? So again, this is Highland Heather. I think I mentioned that, I'm not sure. But I just love that paper. Next. Okay, so we are going to be using this, but we got to do some stamping first. So I'll show you the card that I made. This is going to look a fair bit different, by the way. It is all about playing, Rosemary, you're right. So when I was playing with how I was going to do this, I had a piece of the Daffodil Delight cardstock, and it was this big, and I went, huh. And I had been playing with this, and I think I had taken probably the strip that I used on the card that we just looked at, and I'd taken this off, so I'm like, oh no, now it doesn't fit. So I made this little area in between. The next one's going to look a bit different. So that's what this card looks like, but the next one, again, it's going to look different. So I'm going to need this back again for cushion, and get my paper out. Alright, that's the base of the card. This is what we're stamping on. Yeah, that's what we're stamping on. Phew! I haven't found all my blocks yet. Hard to believe. And I think I mentioned this when I posted. Nope, not that color. I want to use Memento Tuxedo Black. That I didn't label everything. I got really tired. You think, oh, I'm fine. I'll get all this packing done. And then you get down to the wire and you're like, oh no. So I didn't label all the boxes. So yeah, I haven't found all my blocks. I was just really bad about not putting blocks away, thankfully, from previous videos. I'm just going to let this soak in. It's a bigger stamp. So there we go. Even like that, black and white with a little splash of red or something, it would be so pretty. So pretty. But we are going to use polished pink. You know, when I first saw the color, I knew I liked it. What I didn't know is that I would love it. It's nice and bright and crisp and fresh and dramatic. It's pretty well everything. Okay. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Check it out. Alrighty. So that means I'll go to a different part of this ink pad. Now, doesn't line up 100%, but it does mostly. You just have to take your time. You can see through it and go about there. Ah, we're off just a little bit. You know what you could do is just, because there's still ink on here, fill it in. Mistakes happen. Janice, hello. What is the Stamp Set and Die? This is the hand-penned, well, it's the bundle, but I'm showing the entire, well, I showed the entire suite. So you may have to go back to the beginning. It's part 1, and you know, I thought, you know I love Mango Melody anyway, so I thought, I'm looking for the stamp again. It's over here. You know, why? Because I don't have all my blocks. I have that. Yeah. Let's see that one. I had to double up a bit. Make sure this is going the right direction. Doesn't match up. Love it. No problemo. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty. Now, for the leaves, I decided I would use my blends. Because I want them, just like on this one, I don't want them to be the focus. Like this is the focus. Those two, this is, that's that dark. Okay, I want light. Light, soft seafoam. And just very lightly, I'm not even doing the entire thing. Like there's going to be lots of white space. I'm going to go in with the darker though and just add a little bit. So it's really quick. Not really, there's not going to be a lot of blending taking place. Just, it does look like watercoloring. It's just to add a little bit of color. And that's what I like about it. I love everything that looks watercolored. I think I'm a frustrated artist, honestly. I think we all are, really. If you're crafty, you're an artist. We know you are. You're card makers and scrapbookers and so on. Simple, simple. That was the dark and the light. And then I would die cut it using the largest of the circle dies, and then the largest of in the layering circles, I should say, with the scallop. So here's what that looks like. Ooh. I thought about using the Mango Melody, and then I thought, no, because I've already got this one in the Daffodil Delight. So you can tell I've done a lot of the stamping ahead of time. I'm looking, I have a scrap piece of paper. Actually, I'll just use the back. Oh no, there it is. New setup. Okay, for this one, we have to go back here and get the thanks. So let's take the congratulations off, put it aside, and grab thanks. And again, this will be done in, there it is, Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Like so. That's very cool handwriting. I love the font, basically. I think they've gotten so good with this. So then what I did is I brought out my message dies again, message die, and thought I could do, well, I thought about that one. I thought, no, I don't want square. But I really liked this one, so I die cut it. Ta-da! You see, how many times have I used that on this one already? Like, wow. All right, so then we put things together. So again, with the measurements. This one is, you know how I usually do my cards like tall? This one isn't. So this one is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4 and not sitting all the way down. So bone folder, there we go. I find when I do that, it makes it so much easier to line up my pieces. Okay, so here we are, polished pink, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then the stitched Greenery Die cut piece. I just love that on the pink. This one, and I'm going to be using this so much more because the whole watercoloring thing, I have ideas. My head's like spinning with ideas now that I have my room partially set up. So this particular piece is 4, let me think, by 5 1/4. That would make sense. So let's throw those on and then we'll go from there. Brand new, whoa, almost over the edge. Brand new Tombow. And on you go. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Is that a little bit of glue? I think not. There. And then right on here. I was going to put ribbon on, but I couldn't find my ribbon. How sad is that? Very. Now, a couple things. While I'm doing this, I might as well do something else at the same time, right? I got glue there. No. Maybe we can cover that up. Maybe I'll go this way. Maybe I'll just get that when it's dry. A couple of things going on right now. One is, let's get that lined up and wiggle, 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 is the extra $30, which means when your order hits 300, you would normally get $30 of stamping rewards, which means you get to choose free product of your choice, and you get an extra 30, so you get $60 to spend, which is awesome. Isn't that pretty? Like, you know why I like white so much, like just the white on that. On this one, you can see I also used square vellum doily, but I didn't like the way it fit. Like, it was like, I don't want it sticking out the top or the bottom, so I cut it down. Now, I actually used my cutter, but I'm just going to use scissors and kind of do this kind of oddball thing. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball these two circles here and here. And the other thing is, oh yeah, so that one promotion, it's going to end on the 14th, the extra host reward. So don't forget about that. I should be able to, yep, put those two on. That's upside down. You can feel the difference of which side's the upside. So I made like a smaller, so it would just kind of stick out like so. Well, more like that because I want to cover up that line, obviously. And again, I'm just going to use glue dots to hold it down. Simple, simple. Anyone else love polished pink as much as me? Like, wow. Like if you're looking for a wow color, this would be it. All right, so let's put that on there. I'm not being super particular. I just want to catch one of the edges. I wouldn't mind if it was straight though. That would be very nice. I might be able to go, once I've got this on, I might be able to, let me try it this way. Go right on the, right underneath and put in more glue dots. So this is going to be, this air, there, it's going to be covered up like so. I almost feel like it needs a strip of pink there, but I think I don't want to, like, I don't want to overdo the pink and make it, you know, in your face. So, oh, I'm looking for, there they are. I'm looking for these guys, of course. These are the large dimensionals. Hey, Dab. Alrighty. So, and one in the center because we don't like when our centers sag. The, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the host reward, that's the one, and the other one, that ends on the 14th, and the other one is the last chance items. They will be gone forever at the end of this month. So if there's anything you need off of the last chance, which is the mini catalog, there are some items that are up to 50% off. On an angle, I think on an angle, we'll do this one a little bit angled. And this one can just go right up here. Yeah, I may fix this. I may change this after, but you'll see pictures of this. Now I've already done a blog post. It only had the first card because then I couldn't stop playing and I made 2 more. So there, and we're just going to put that a little bit lower. And how far? You have to think about where this is and where you want to go. Isn't that a pretty thank you card? Like, we all need thank you cards. And you know what we're going to do? We have to do a little bit in here because that would drive me crazy not having something inside the card. So we'll bring that back. And we're not going to stamp the whole thing. We're going to get creative. Just a little bit. It's like a hint rather than the whole thing. Now, somebody didn't ink that very well. That would be me. There we go. I just noticed it's always good to look at your stamps and that I missed that one spot again. There we go. Because that's the part I want to show. So we're just going to go like so. Now, if you like to write a lot, you might not want to do this. Oh, a little bit light there. Well, I can't change that now. If I'd used my Stamparatus, I could. We didn't really anticipate that. So let's just do this backwards. This is the light, and I like, you know me, I like the brush end. We'll just go in there, a little bit on the leaf, a little bit on the leaf, little leaf back there, yes. It's hard to tell that's a leaf because I didn't stamp it very well. Bad Sandy, bad Sandy. Okay, let's bring in the colors again. Alrighty. And, not that one, this one. Oh, wrong one. Whew, almost did the wrong one. Oh, wait, you can hardly see it, so I think it goes this way. I'm just going to, there, just a little bit there. And off we go. Don't think we need those. If you have any questions, by the way, if you've asked any questions, I will look after the video, after it's loaded up onto YouTube and such, and I will answer your questions. Wee-haw! That just changed a plain inside. Here's a plain inside, nothing in it. You're like, oh, that's a pretty card. Then you look at this one and you say, that's pretty, but wow, we have more on the inside, so there you go. All right, let's bring in our cards. Oh, and I was going to show you the third card as well, the one that didn't make it into tonight's video. Okay, so there's those. So you can also tell that I fussy cut that. No big deal, it was simple. So here's the other card. This is the same paper. It's still the hand-penned paper. And this is everything is from the set. If I bring this out, you can see I used this. This is basic gray, and this is pale papaya, like so. I just randomly, this is first generation, second generation stamping, first, second, first. And I just thought that paper was so pretty. I didn't want to cover up the whole thing. I want you to see it. And that's where I used this die. And there's a trick, by the way, of how to get that to go really well. And where to put the dies. Really, the area is not that big. Here we go. Well, this is the trick I learned because I had to do it twice. All right, so I had done the first, I had done the white, and I was like, okay, now how do I line up the next one? Because the first time I cut this is smaller than it should be. Actually, it's this side. It wasn't lined up, so the waves were like offset, which would be, in some cases, would be fine, but I didn't want that. So what I did is I lined this up like so. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. I lined it up, and this paper was underneath, and I just slipped it forward, took out the white paper, and then ran it through the die cutting machine, and I got them to be the same. And I did the top as well. So there's the scallops and the stitching. I think you can see that there. And then this is oh wait, it's not basic gray. This is smoky slate. Yeah, it's smoky slate. It's not basic gray. Yeah, smoky slate. Anything is possible. Again, love the font. All from the same stamp set. And I like stamp sets like this because there is a variety of things you can do with them. So I'm not showing you the card I made. So this is tonight's card. Do it the same way. There we go. I don't know if these are all on the screen, but yeah, talk about a variety. You would not guess that this and this and this were all in the same stamp set, and same having different fonts. Again, you wouldn't know. And that's what I like about the set, is that it is versatile. And anytime I can get better bang for my hard-earned money, well, that makes sense, and I think you would agree. Anyway, so there we are. So let's go like this, and we'll show you. These are tonight's cards. And then the one that I didn't make, because I had to make a choice, and I went for the polished pink. Anyway, oh, thank you. I am glad to be back. Oh, it was hurting me to not be doing videos and not be able to craft. The room is still a total disaster. I cannot show it to you. I have this desk here. Well, the good news is, previously, I was on 2 different floors. So I would create upstairs and then come downstairs to video. But this room is big, so I do everything in the same room, which is really nice. I'm not carting the stuff up and down the stairs, so it's all here. I'll just have to find it all. Anyway, there you go, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome. I will load the video onto my blog, but I'm also going to, if you go over to my blog, there's more pictures, and it'll be all of this card, but in this color. So different angles, you can see it closer. And I just love the way you can see a little bit of that stitching under there, the stitched greenery. Just a little bit. Just to make it, just those teeny little touches. So the cards are not difficult to make, but they're very pretty. And I'm glad you like them. Thank you so much. I'm just glancing over as I finish. So yeah, do check my blog, and I will be back next Tuesday. What am I going to use? I don't know. We'll find out. It's going to be something pretty though, because I have lots of new stuff to show you, new products. Yay! Alrighty. See you next Tuesday. Bye bye.